Hello guys, welcome to Next Gen Tech Savvy. Today we are going to see how to create a Spring Boot web application using IntelliJ IDE. First of all, we are going to open a IntelliJ IDE and select a Maven project, and the Java version is set as JDK 1.8 by clicking the new project. Okay, Maven JDK 1.8. Now click on next, and we have to provide the project name as spring-boot-demo. Here we can set the artifact. Okay, so add the group id as com dot next gen tech savvy, artifact id as same, name of the application, and then version by default 1.0 snapshot. Now click on finish. Default back version is 2.4. For Spring Boot starter parent, we are creating a group id, Spring Boot demo artifact id version 1001, and creating a description for the dependencies, and Spring Boot starter web, Spring Boot starter web service, dev tools, starter test. You can add any dependency what you require. Add the plugins, add Maven plugin, and add the final name for creating a Word file in target. Now we are going to create a Spring Boot application class file. So going to Java and then create a package name com dot next gen tech savvy. Okay, after creating the package, you have to right click on that and create a Java class file as Spring Boot demo application .java. So this is the default application file. So now we have to add so then we are going to click on Maven, and it will add all the default dependencies, and right, you can see that indexing is started. Now no problem is found. Now going to Spring Boot application and add the dependency at the rate Spring Boot application, which is the default dependencies. Okay, the import is automatically added. Now inside that we have to create a public static void main and string array of args. Okay, now bracket open, bracket close. Inside that we have to use the Spring Boot application dot run. In bracket you have to use the Spring Boot application Spring Boot demo application dot class comma args semicolon. Now going for build module. Now build the module and going to resource and create a new file for application.properties file. Spring Boot provides a reset of application properties file, so you can add different properties and change the properties from this application to properties file. It is a configuration file, so we have to provide the name spring.application.name equals to spring-boot-demo. Okay, now going to test, you can add the package first, that is com dot next gen tech savvy. Okay, and then create a class called Spring Boot demo application dot test. Spring Boot demo application dot test. Okay, so inside that you have to add the Spring Boot test annotation, and inside the class you have to add the test annotation and provide a default method. It's void context loads. This is the default method. Okay, now you can save this and rebuild the application. Look, builds are started. Okay, now going to Spring Boot demo application and right click on that and check that all the files are okay. There is no error. Okay, now click on Spring Boot demo application and going to run configuration. Here you can see that Java 8 version is selected. Okay, everything is fine. Apply and okay. Now going to run the application. Run Spring Boot demo main. Now you can see that the application is going to build and run. Yeah, Tomcat server started on 8080 port. Okay, we are going to stop the application because we are going to create a web application. So create a class file. We have to create a controller. So we have to create a controller name Spring Boot demo controller. Okay, now it is at the annotation @rest controller, then @request mapping, and provide the default URLs value equals to double quote / spring boot okay, let's spring boot demo. Okay, now we have to get the add the gate mapping and then provide the /test demo with the path test demo. Okay, now we have to add the method for that. Public string, we are going to return a default string, then the method like test demo and return a default string like sample Spring Boot demo application using IntelliJIDEA and semicolon. Thanks. Okay, now we're going to rebuild the application. Building is started. Okay, now we're going to run the application. Right click on Spring Boot demo application and run. Now you can see that this application is start running. Okay, the application is started at 8080 port. Now we are going to open the browser and type http://localhost:8080, this is the Tomcat port, /springboot demo server dot. Now we are going to change server dot port equals to 9000 and rebuild the application. In this way you can change the server port from application.properties file and run the application again. Now see that Tomcat is started on 9000 port. Now we are going to see that 8080 port. Last time we have run 8080 port test demo, so we are getting the default string sample Spring Boot application. Now in this at that time we are not getting this because the port is changed. Now we're going to change the port at 9000 and hit the URL. You can see that same message is coming. Sample Spring Boot demo application is an IntelliJIDEA. Okay, So in this way you can change the port and run the application. Okay, so you can set different application properties files to change different configuration of Spring Boot application. So guys, in this way you are creating a simple Spring Boot application, web application, using IntelliJIDEA IDE. So in this way I am going to provide different tools and technologies videos for you in future. So don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.